Hey everybody, welcome back. It's Sunday morning. We're out here back on the 63, going through some of these boxes of parts, seeing what we got and what we don't got. We're gonna get started working on this dash a little bit more today, cleaning up some of the stuff. I kind of half-assed cleaned up this armrest yesterday just to see how it was going to clean up, and it looks like it's going to clean up pretty good. And then I started a little bit on this dash, wiping it down a little bit, but I think it'll come around enough to be okay once I get it all back together. So we're gonna get the car moved out. I'm gonna shove it out of the way so I got some room to do something in here. Then we'll get back here on our table where all our junk's at and see what we got as far as the dash cluster pieces and all the switches and stuff for the dash. And we want to get the wiring out and look at it, see if it's all chopped up or if it's any good. And maybe later today I might pull this front nose off the car and just let you take a look at the engine bay on the inside and out. It looks pretty good. It's pretty clean. But for right now, I'm gonna put this stuff here back in boxes, and then we'll get the car shoved out, and then we'll get another table set up, and we'll try to pick out all the pieces and parts we got for the dash and see where we're at on that. I do think I'm missing the radio, but I've got one over there. I'm not for sure if it will work. It's one I've had for a while, but I think it was out of a 65 Dodge. I don't know if it's the same or not, but I'm gonna check it out, see if it is. And I think this switch, or this, I don't know if that's for the light switch, but I think I'm missing that. I haven't seen that yet, but it might be in some other box or something. But we got the dash out, and I mean, the floor and stuff looks pretty good in this, even though it's been patched. I mean, it's still all right. It's good enough for what we're going to do. And like I say, this cage, I'm gonna cut this cage out. I think Dwayne wants to put this in his 65. I don't know if we can get it cut out and get it out without cutting the clear up, but we'll see. So, because I want to get the seat out and get it cleaned up. It's not perfect, but I'm gonna just run it as it is. I'm gonna clean it up. I'd really like to find an original steering wheel, like a tan one or a black one or something, but I don't know how hard that's gonna be to find. But I'm gonna keep my eye out for one at the swap meets. And another thing I've noticed that I don't like about this car, I did notice it, which I don't know if I can get them in there or not, but the clips for the chrome were not put back in this when they put the rubber in it. So I might be able to get them in there. I hope so, because I definitely want to put the chrome back on the windshield. Well, let me get this all this stuff kind of organized and put up, and then we'll get the car rolled out, and we'll get the dash out here where we can do something with it and see what we got, so we can get it cleaned up. And some of these interior pieces, we'll see if we can get them cleaned up today. So, but I'll bring you right back. See what all pieces we got for the dash. There's this cluster. That's the back of it, look. Kind of crusty. Oh, that's the light switch there. I don't know if this is the one we're going to use or not, but I'm going to try to put it together, see what we got. That'll go. This goes. That's an ashtray. Oh, there's the gas pedal. I didn't know I had that. The mirror, ain't worried about it right yet. Lower piece to the steering column. That's the swing bar kit. It's 330 emblems for the sides. There's 2 horn buttons. Let's see. There's our brake pedal. This here, if I wouldn't have had taken 2 or 3 or 4 of them out already, I would have probably would have never guessed what that's for. But that's actually the gas tank strap for the wagon, which I need to keep that out. So that's something that's would be hard to find if you needed one. And there's the hood latch. There's the horn ring, which I don't need it out, but I'll clean it up too. This is the brake pedal assembly. I gotta get some pour 15. I'll clean that up. But I was thinking last night too, I don't know, I might get with Brewers and maybe throw another pedal on this thing. I'd like to have this be a 4-speed, or yeah, I keep thinking about a late model motor with a 6-speed or something in it, but I'll probably just stick with the old stuff. It's already got a 440, so maybe I might get with Brewers and see about getting a 4-speed changeover for it, everything I need for it. But there's a couple of the interior pieces. I need to go through all these. There's a bunch of them screws and nuts, and there's some more whole bucket full of stuff I need to go through. Old gas cap, brackets, old mechs, bolts. That's for the rear panel in the back for the spare tire well thing to lay down on. Let's see what else we got here. There's some more armrests. We got 2 sets of armrests. Here's the speaker reel for the dash. It ain't too bad a shape. Kind of scuffed up a little bit. We got that. What else we got here? There's all the door cranks. There's a glove box. I didn't even see that. And there's the kick panels. I don't know if these are brand new or been redone. These are the door latches. All recad plated. I think they've just been redone. I don't know. There's a battery tray holder. I think this here is, no, that's for the emergency brake cable, I believe. I thought that was for the piece under the steering column, but that's not it. Reverse lights, more interior upper pieces around the trim. And then this box over here has got some of the other trim pieces. And some of the ones behind the door. Let's see. Some back pieces. There's a wiper motor. That's the other thing we're going to check is the wiring. It looks like a mess. We'll have to get it laid out. There's a cigarette lighter, maybe something. Yeah, there's the key switch. There's that switch. I think it probably goes on the dash. So maybe it's all here. Nothing looks to be cut. That's the engine wiring harness. I bet that's. We'll get this all stretched out and check it out. This here must be under the dash, because that's part of the steering column. Turn signal stuff there. We'll get all this cleaned up and hopefully it's good when we use it, reuse it. If not, I think you can buy this stuff, so, but we'll try to reuse what we got. We'll get it cleaned up, checked out. What else we got in here? That goes out under the hood. Another interior piece. Some sun visors. That goes to the rear deck, very back of that for the tailgate. I don't need this thing out here yet. I believe that's for the rear window. That piece of there goes to the rear tailgate. Yeah. Those would be very hard to find if I didn't have them. Rest of that's wiper motor. Rear side trim. Where's the rest of that crap at? Oh, there's my door panels, my rear pieces, rear window. Oh, I'll throw it over here. There's some more. Pieces, I got pieces of the plastic pieces for the rear wheel well. Let's see what we got in here. I don't need this one here now. Here's another bid. One of them. Oh, I guess the same side. That's an extra one. Some clips. Windshield thing. This here's marker light. That's the hell. There's another interior piece. That's a front A-pillar piece. I don't need this right now. Or that. That there goes on the dash. Just some nuts and bolts. Oops. Alright, well, that's that. Oh, here's this here rolled out of the dash when I first took it out of the car, and I was like, oh hell, what is that to? I had no clue. But it's actually to this the heater vents or defrost vents. This actually goes right there with a screw, and then that's what holds it in the dash. These here kind of slip and slide on the dash, and that's what holds them in there. But if I wouldn't have seen these other ones and recognized it, I would have never known what that was for. So, well, this is what we got to work with for a minute with the dash. I'm gonna try to get it somewhat put back together, clean up some of these interior metal pieces, see what I'm missing and what I've got, and then I'll bring you back here in just a few when I get some of this stuff cleaned up. We'll see how it turned out. But the dash, I've kind of wiped it off a little bit, but ain't really done a whole lot to it yet. But I'm gonna get it, see how much I can get it cleaned up, see what it does. So I get it cleaned up. It's pretty filthy. And here's a piece too I haven't seen. I don't know if, hopefully that's on the back of the wagon, because there's still quite a bit of trim out here on this. That's rear pieces, rear. There's the piece I was just looking for. That piece here. Right. Maybe I'm wrong. No, that's it. That goes across the front windshield. So that ain't that piece. That's a two-piece that goes across that dash. Oh crap, I hope I got that. That ain't it. Maybe it's this. Maybe it ain't two-piece. My 64 is two-piece across the dash. Oh, here, yeah, this is it. So that will go there. And that will cover the screws holding the dash in. I hope I can get them screws in with the windshield in. I'll find out here in a minute, but well, maybe not today, but I'm gonna get it cleaned up. But this is the upper windshield piece. And I think I got both A-pillar pieces. Here's another one. That's the one to the 64. Here's the other one. There's our A-pillar piece. There's that. There's both the back pieces. I don't know. I got an extra one of them, but we'll see what we can get together with this mess and see what we got. Maybe get this cleaned up. Maybe we'll get the door panels out and see what we got going on with them. But I'll bring you back here in just a minute. That took longer than I thought. I've torn apart a lot of these dashes, but trying to find all the pieces to put them back together, that's a job. But it is missing a few of the buttons. Well, the push button stuff, it is missing that. But I just cleaned up that cluster and repainted it. I know it ain't correct, but I just want to clean it up. The dash itself, I mean, it cleaned up okay from what it was. I mean, it's not perfect, but yeah, I got the speaker grill and got everything. I got to find some little tiny screws for this bottom plate. I ain't run across them yet. I'm assuming this is probably the hazard lights or something, because that's, I believe, the wiper switch, which it's behind there. The key switch is behind there. I put the wiring harness in it from behind. It's all in there. Let's see, I got the defrost vents in it, got them in there. I got the top piece that runs across here. It hides all these screws. I got it half-ass cleaned up. I'm not done with it yet, but I got all the wiring laid out in it, and everything seems to be okay, but I still ain't for sure if I want to run all that. I mean, it looks all right, but you know, it's old wiring. You never know when there's a broken wire or something. But no, I gotta get the radio I had for a 65 Dodge. It won't work. I mean, it fits in there, but it don't fit in correctly. And the glove box, I got a glove box over there, but it's not the right one for this or something. But no, I just wanted to let you know, got the dash together now. And now we're gonna, next thing I'm gonna do is change out the steering column. I'm gonna change it to a smooth column. Take this one here out. I don't think it's the one that came with the car, but it's got a shifter arm on it, and it's just hanging in here. But I'm gonna get the wiper motor in it, get it all hooked back up, get the, that's where I got the emergency brake thing on. I'm not hooking it up, but it's in here. Get the wiper arms hooked up, get all that insulation stuff for the firewall, get my other steering column in it, brake pedal in it. I don't know, I might put a 4-speed in it, but I'm still debating on that. But that hump, I'm gonna change it out. I'm not leaving it like that. I don't know what they had in here before. If they had I don't know what they was doing, but that's coming out. I've got the piece to fix it right there, so we'll end up putting that in there later. And then we got, all the screws are up there in the dash to hang the dash. So, but then we'll get this column out, get the cage out of it, and get the seat out, get it cleaned up. But I'm not going to put the doors back together until we get them trimmed in and painted, and put all the wing arms and stuff back in it. But it's I mean, it's pretty clean. Underneath of it, it ain't gonna take much to paint. It looks like, I don't know, it looks like they might have already brushed some stuff on it, but it's pretty clean under there. I'm gonna drop the whole K-member out and paint the whole engine bay inside and out, frame rails and all, and have the fenders and everything off of it. Like I say, I'm probably just going to paint it black. I don't know. After I paint it black, I probably won't like it. So then, I don't know. But I think it'll be all right black. Just get some gold and stuff on it. And I wanted to give a shout out to Larry Augustine at Sled City. He called me the other night and said he's you know, his business has been picking up since we've been, you know, displaying some of his stuff on the channel. And I told him I wanted to order one of the big max wedge scoops for this. It's like the AFX scoop, but it's a 63 style scoop. And he told me he's already started one, and he said when he gets it done, just come pick it up. So he's donating that to the project for, you know, us putting this stuff on the channel. So one day, maybe this week, we'll run up to his shop and take a look at some new items he's got and see what else he's you know, thinking about making for these cars, which he's pretty much covered most of these cars, the 62 through 5s. He's got pretty much everything covered on them. So, but yeah, that really surprised me how clean it is underneath here. I mean, it's, I don't know, it deserves a really good paint job, but I'm gonna see what happens here. So I think it's straight enough to where it could be painted black. So I think that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go black with it, black and gold or black and silver or something. But I just want to keep going through these parts and pieces, see what all we got. Like I say, the dash, it turned out all right. Like I say, I'm not trying to make a show car. I mean, it's missing whatever gauge that was. I don't know what it is, and you know, the push button stuff. I'll find all that stuff and just dummy it in there, because I'm not gonna run the stuff. But I want it to all look stock, like everything's on there. I got the, well, this, I don't know if that's the right piece or not. I guess it is. There's the bottom piece for the steering column, so we got that. This needs cleaned up. Ashtray, it's all in there. So yeah, I just got to do some hunting, get me find a radio for it, find these just find an old cluster and get the buttons out of it, and because I ain't running no push button in it. I mean, I'd like to if I had to train in all the setup, but I'm not hunting all that stuff down. I'll just put a 727 in it, and with a B&M stealth shifter. So, but I think it turned out all right. I'm kind of happy with it when it turned out. I'm glad most of everything was there, everything that I was really needing. So, like Kale said, he said it was a complete car. I mean, it's missing a few little things, but it's more here than what I thought there would be. So, and then I'm gonna start cleaning on this stuff here. Like that's the piece that goes across that's the piece that goes across the windshield. That's the piece that goes across the dash, which it'll clean up. So I got them. There's both the A pillars. We get them cleaned up. I got the kick panels over here. So we got them. I got door panels somewhere around here. They're out there on top of the car, but I've got everything for the interior. So, and I believe all the chrome and stainless is here for the doors, and that runs up the side of the fenders and everything. So we're going to keep going through it and putting together what we can, but I'm not going to put a bunch of stuff on the car until I get some paint blowed on it. So, but I just want to give you another update, and maybe tomorrow I'll get this mess cleaned up and put up, and we'll get the front nose off of it, and maybe we'll start scuffing it up for paint. So, but I do want to blow some paint on it and get the front suspension rebuilt in it, completely redo the front suspension. So, but until tomorrow or the next day, you know, we'll come back and we'll get something else going on it. But we're gonna get this together, and we're gonna get the 64 together, and I'm gonna go out and do some burnouts in it and just run the crap out of it. So, but we'll just keep moving along, and just keep like, sharing, and subscribing. And if you want to keep watching wagon stuff and Dwayne's Barracuda and JR's wagon, just keep tuning into the channel. That's all we're going to have on here is Mopar stuff. So, but we'll talk at you later. See ya.